Fight fans, welcome back to Carl Prusa MMA here at Fusion X-Cel with Mr. Philly Fresh, the Philster, Phil Rowe in the house. Phil, how are we doing, my friend?
I'm maintaining, man. I'm amongst the land of the living. I can't complain.
Absolutely. So it's been a minute since we've seen you in the UFC. Last fight, I believe, was Jake Matthews. Anything on the books? Looking forward, maybe 25? Anything?
I'm trying to fight, man. I'm trying to fight ASAP. My plan was to fight 2 times in 2024. Excuse me, 2 times after my fight, June 1st. It just didn't pan out the way I wanted to. A little back and forth with the UFC. I don't know if I was in the best position with them, you know. So at this point, I'm just controlling what I can control, and that's me showing up to the gym every day, getting better. I got 3 fights left in my contract, but in my head, I got 1 fight. I got 1 opportunity to go out there and show them what I can do. I'm not trying to lose another one, and I want to turn this losing streak around. So I know what I can do, man. I know I can compete with any welterweight on the planet. I'm just waiting on an opportunity to go show it.
Train over here, Fusion X-Cel, tons of guys here. Obviously, Nicholson, Mike Perry, Mike Davis, Lucas Alexander. The list goes on and on. How did you end up here? How did you end up training with Coach Julian?
The question is how did they end up here? You know, I'm the inception of this gym. I'm essentially Julian's first pro from amateur to the UFC. You know, and then one by one, these guys came, and through his tutelage, his grappling pedigree, his MMA pedigree, we built the team. You know, my charisma, my personality draws a lot of people to the gym, but we have the skill sets here to take people to the next level, and it shows for itself. You know, I got to this gym, I was 1-2 as a pro. I went on a 7-fight win streak. I got in the UFC. I was on a 3-fight knockout streak in the UFC. So that's just all a testament to the training here, the caliber of training here, and guys just naturally gravitate to it.
You know, I think so many people watch the UFC. They see the Joneses, the Habibs, the GSPs, and they're like, what a life to be a professional mixed martial artist. It must be amazing. Little do they know it's very difficult type of lifestyle, especially spraddling out on the regional scene. You're not making millions of dollars. Obviously, when you go to the UFC, it gets better. A lot of guys have those 9-to-5 jobs. They have families. They have kids to feed. You have to come pay to train, deal with a bunch of killers. What's made you stick through it?
I half-assed a lot of things in my life. You know, my gift was basketball, and I let it pass me by not working hard. I was naturally talented, but that's not half the battle. So I let it pass me by lack of accountability. So when I got into mixed martial arts, I told myself I wasn't going to stop until I got a black belt. And I wanted to be in the UFC. I just didn't think I could do it. I didn't think like it was for me, from where I'm from, where I grew up. I'm like, oh, that's just for white boys that wrestled from the Midwest, you know? And I didn't know anyone around me that did. But because I watched my blessing pass me by, I made a promise to myself that when I started it, I wasn't going to stop till I got efficient. And brick by brick, day after day, I ended up where I'm at now, you know?
You know, one of my favorite performances of yours was the Nico Price fight, obviously here in Orlando. Great victory for you. How special of an evening was that?
It was cool, man. You know, I can't say it wasn't, but I want to make another one. You know, I'm not living in the past. I'm not living in the future. Future isn't promised. The past isn't real. I'm just trying to be present. You know, I'm trying to be present, control what I can control, and that's me getting better. And when Sean Shelby hits me up, no matter who it is, I'll be ready. I'm in a different mindset now, as cliche as that sounds. I know when the best Phil shows up, it's going to be a terrible night for whoever's in front of me. So I'm not reminiscing too much. You know, I'm living right now. I'm living in this moment, in this interview, day at a time. And when I get an opportunity, I'll show it.
You know, in addition to being an amazing fighter, you also do a lot of charitable work. You've done a sneaker drive here in the past. Are those maybe coming in the future again?
That's normal stuff, man. You know, I try not to big up what I'm doing too much, but also I realize now I have a platform. December 14th in Palm Coast, Florida, Flagler County Sheriff's Department. We got shot for a cop. There's over 150 families will shop with a police officer. Shout out to Brian Smith. Shout out to the UFC that donated some money. I'll be out there. I went to high school out there, so I'll be out there shopping with the kids, showing love to the law enforcement. So this is something I always do. December 7th, this weekend, my mom is having a toy drive at the Palm Coast SDA Church in Palm Coast, Florida. So if you guys are nearby, stop by, drop some toys off, drop some old clothes, whatever you got to donate to the kids. Appreciate it.
All right, last question. We're almost done with 24, but what are the goals for 25?
I don't have goals for 25. I got goals for today, and that's to be the best Phil I can be today, be the best dad I can be to Amaya, be the best dad I can be to Kobe, and be a little bit better than I was yesterday and just conquer today.
Absolutely, Phil. Well, thank you so much for your time, my friend. That's the Philster, Phil Rowe. I'm Carl Prusa. Stick around, Fight fans.